What's up, Hacksters? Today we are talking with Coan, who is the winner of one of our impact prizes from the Azure Sphere Security Contest. Walter's project is air quality control in schools. Hello, Walter. How are you doing?
Hi, it's a great pleasure to know you, and it's a great honor to receive this prize.
Oh, well, we're honored to give it to you. So could you please briefly describe your project?
My project is an IoT device that measures the air quality into the classrooms. Here I live in Brazil, and here is a tropical country. Normally classrooms has air conditioner systems. This could be a problem for students' health if this machine don't receive a correct maintenance. Then I try to solve these problems using the board from microwave company called Air Quality for Click. This board has a sensor called SGP30, and this sensor can measure two important air quality parameters, the CO2 concentration and the TVOC. The higher the concentration of these two parameters, worse the air quality be considered.
Right.
And then this device collected the data and sent to Azure using the Azure IoT Central to monitor the parameters and generate the values and the alerts if the values are too high.
Awesome. And you have a ton of background working on similar types of things. I forgot to mention your bio, but it mentions that you're a Microsoft MVP already. You're a professor at Univille, a developer, a speaker about IoT. You've got a master's in computer science and Azure and AWS dev certificates, as well as a couple of more Microsoft certificates, MCSA and MECSD, and SCP in Java. That's so cool. So you already are pretty familiar with a lot of the stuff that you were working with, but could you tell us what your experience was working with these tools, the Azure Sphere board, even the Microelectronica Click, and Microsoft Azure?
Sure. Work with Azure Sphere is easy because I had some experience with IoT platforms and using the IoT and using the Azure Sphere from the first time. Microsoft has a lot of tutorials, and this help a lot with the integration with Azure and Azure IoT Central. But the challenge to do this project was to write the code to read the sensor using the I2C, because the SGP30 don't have a right driver. And we had to write the code, but the datasheet is well documented, and that's help a lot.
Fantastic. If I can pull up your project here really quick, you've got a lot of information about how to do that kind of thing. So, you know, if we come down here, you show the materials you're working with, but also you show how the I2C devices work, as well as, here we go, pulling up the SGP30 data sheet and looking at how it talks over I2C. Super cool.
Thank you.
And what was it like integrating that with Azure?
No problem, because Azure Sphere is a complete solution to do that, and it is very easy because we have all the tools and the libraries to do that very easy.
Right. You said that the tutorials were really great in terms of getting up and running with this kind of stuff. Fantastic. So I have a couple more questions for you. If you're going to build this project again, what would, if anything, would you do differently?
I probably use a OLED display to show the real-time data from the sensor and generate some audible alerts to help the people. And I actually, yesterday I was preparing myself for this interview, and I checked the code on the project, and it's not working because Microsoft changed a little bit the way to compile the code.
Oh,
and
no.
I update my GitHub repo with the new code. If someone wants to use it, is there.
Yeah, you've got all your code here on GitHub. Super cool. And
Yeah.
that's just located at the bottom of this project here. And actually, you mentioned you would like to add an OLED display, and it looks like the repository you were working from already had a little bit of that code, but you repurposed it
Yes,
to create the one.
the code to use the OLED is done, but I don't have the OLED display. I
Oh,
tried
I
to buy
see.
here, but I can't find.
Ah, that's really frustrating.
Yeah,
Well, hopefully you can get your hands on one.
sure.
What's the future of this project? Obviously, you want to add the OLED display, but are you planning on using it, on deploying it more widely, like applications you're thinking of for this? So far, you've designed it for schools. I've also heard a lot about offices, for example, people being shut up in a meeting room and your cognitive performance declines the longer you're shut up in an increasing and CO2 saturated environment.
Yes. I try to implement this project in the university that I teach. I have some students that do final projects, and I will try to use there.
Fantastic. Do you have any plans for the prizes that you won? So in the contest, which we can actually pull up really quick, you won one of the impact prizes, which is fantastic. And so here's the contest that it went through, and you are right on here, air quality control in schools. And as a winner of the impact prize, you received a gift card. You also got a subscription to Patcher Premium, which is PCB design software in the browser. Do you have any plans for those in further developing this or other projects?
Sure. I'm very undecided about what to buy in that other fruit. I have tried many times to decide what I will buy, but we'll probably will invest all the gift cards in more electronic stuff, more Raspberries and Arduinos. That.
Of course. Are there any other contests you're looking at?
I try to engage on the NVIDIA, but I bought the board, but I don't have time to finish my project. I will publish later.
Ah, fair enough. Looking at your project, it's amazing. I see that you have so much information here. It seems really clear to me that you're a teacher because the way that you present the information and the amount of visual aids and photos and things that you use are really incredible. Do you do a lot of writing?
Thank you. I try. I have some other projects on Hackster.io using Arduino and using Azure Sphere too.
Oh yeah, let's take a look at some of those. So here's your project profile. You've got 9 projects up already. That's so cool.
Yes, some use the first version of the Azure Sphere board.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yes, and another cool project to use the Azure IoT Edge. This is the most viewer project using IoT Edge to read data from a PLC. That's an industrial component, and you use a Raspberry Pi to read the PLC and send the data to Azure.
That's really cool. Well, congrats on all the views on that. You got over 4,000 views and 36 likes. That's so cool.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for contributing to the site. Congratulations on your win. Yeah, I really hope to see more from you in the future, and it looks like you're planning on continuing. So thanks a lot for joining us. Really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. It was a great honor.
Cheers. Hack on.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.